Virgo. This is for a love reading for the end of January for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. These are for Virgos in relationship or in separation from their specific person. If this resonates, please be sure to like and subscribe, or if you just enjoy. Also, if remember to take what resonates, leave behind what does not. Be sure to check your other placements because there may be messages for you there as well as the singles reading. If nothing resonates whatsoever, then the message is not for you at this time. So don't try to force it to make sense. Things like that. We're going to go ahead and get started for your relationship reading. We have the Two of Wisdom, the High Priestess in the reverse position. We have the Four of Cups in the upright. And we have the Queen of Arrows. This is for the past relation. It could be your past, it could be the relationship's past, it could be even your person's past as well. It's just a past energy. So with that said, we have the High Priestess in the reverse position is all about unwillingness to learn, superficiality, intimidated by intelligence or education, feeling limited by a lack of knowledge or understanding. It also speaks on secrecy or blocked or neglected intuition and a spiritual denial. The Four of Cups is all about introspection, contemplation, complacency, and boredom. It's a mixed bag. Your Four of Cups is dissatisfaction, overindulgence, taking something for granted, love, talents, beauty, needing a more authentic life, a reevaluation of a relationship that feels superficial. It could signal a period of rest and reflection, or it could hint that you're just fine where you are and that you're not interested in more at the moment. Lastly, it could also indicate that you've been stagnating for too long, and that you're growing bored, yet you're too stubborn to shake yourself out of the funk. Regardless of whether you're taking time to meditate and process, or if you're just sitting there bored and restless, the Four of Cups says that the energy surrounding you is stubborn and tough. You do also have the Queen of Arrows. The arrows are the sword in this deck. So the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Arrows, is an independence, discernment, boundaries, direct communication, and a lack of bias. This is speaking on brilliance, honesty, and wisdom. Wisdom in matters of the heart, self-knowledge, brilliance in writing and speaking. The Queen is a critical thinker who sets clear boundaries and pulls no punches. As with all sword cards, she focuses on reason instead of emotion, using her intellect to make effective, rational decisions. Though she sets clear boundaries, she channels most of her energy into her work. She wields her authority and expertise in a measured, clear way and may be encouraging you to do the same. Okay? So in the past, it seems to me that there may be a lack of answers, a lack of confusion, a lack of intuition, and a lot of self-doubt. You may have been ignoring red flags, toxic situations, holding on to a past, seeking closure, or moving on without closure and never really healing old wounds. You're kind of in a place here where there might have been a lot of, as the card said, a superficial energy to the relationship. Maybe it just looked good to be with this person. Maybe they were very attractive, and that made you kind of decide that this relationship was worth keeping when really there was no actual love or foundation there or stability in it. And then you have this Queen of Wands, which is basically Queen of Swords coming in, and it's having this independence and making this discernment and having clear, strong boundaries for yourself and being able to communicate. So maybe you did realize there was an unhealthy aspect to this relationship, and you did decide to walk away and move forward from it. Let's go ahead and check out your energy. You have the Queen of Coins in the reverse position. You have the Prince of Staves in the reverse position. And you have the Ten of Staves in the reverse position. Very, very interesting energy there. The Queen of Coins is all about fertility, prosperity, beauty, and generosity, but it's a need to ground oneself when it's in the reverse. It's an over-materialistic orientation to life. It's a disappointment in your home life. So perhaps the relationship was based on security. Almost like in some situations still to this day, but in an older time, being betrothed. Not really having a love there, but having a stability and a security. So you were basically just like, okay, here's your new spouse, you provide, or here's your new spouse, they will provide for you in return for this. So perhaps that is why. But you kind of have this urge to move away from that. Or perhaps you're starting to realize that there's no spark to the relationship. And you're in a place of being like, well, is this the only reason we're together? Your Prince of Staves is passion, integrity, action, and movement. He's in the reverse position, so it's scattered energy, it's a hesitation, it's inability to focus on matters at hand, needing to develop skills to bring dreams into reality. So a sense of focusing on yourself. There's a lot of hesitation there with movement. There's stagnation still in moving forward. And there's this scattered energy that you just can't place what you want to focus on. And then you have those Ten of Staves coming in, so which is accumulation, success, and creativity, but it's in the reverse, so it's overwhelmed and burdened by these responsibilities. So it's almost like you have a lot of emotions and a lot of conflict and a lot of needs that aren't being met, that you're struggling to really communicate with your person. You're feeling overburdened by the relationship. You have balance, which is Venus and Vulcan. That is Temperance in the reverse position. This is your person's energy. We have the Eight of Coins in the reverse position. That's all about hard work not really paying off. And then we have Justice in the reverse position. So they could be a Libra, or you might have Libra placements as well. Justice in the reverse position kind of speaks on... Justice in general speaks on justice, wisdom, fairness, and detachment. In the reverse position, it's a frustration with organizations, impatience, and the appearance of this card shows that it is a temporary situation. So they're lacking this balance. They're trying to obtain balance again. Their discomfort, they cannot find a peace within themselves or with you or others in their life, and there's a lack of inspiration. So it's almost like they feel like the spark is gone. So maybe both of you feel like this is kind of sputtering out, but we don't know how to communicate, and we don't want to communicate because it might bring in conflict and confrontation, which majority likes to avoid. But unfortunately, because of this, and perhaps because they are struggling again with that balance, they don't want to be overly emotional. They don't want to be overly logical. They kind of are just ignoring it and hoping that it goes away. And you're kind of taking the brunt of this, and you're holding on to how you can fix it. And there's really no responsibility on their side to do this. They're just kind of thinking that, they detach and that's it. For the potential future of this, you do have the Fortune card in the upright position, you have Triumph in the upright position, and you do have a Tower moment. So for your future outcome here, with that triumph, with these are actually, it's actually really awesome. So Virgo, you have a Tower moment coming in. This is chaotic. It's chaotic. It's depression. There's difficulties, and there's a release. Feeling overwhelmed or oppressed by circumstances or emotions, confusion, inability to change our lives for the better, a pause before moving into a phase of life. So there's always an upheaval with the Tower moment. The foundation is not sturdy or steady or solid, so the building collapses. So there's a huge moment where you have to introspect, you have to change, you have to grow, and that's what the Tower moments bring, is this period of growth so that you can end a cycle and begin a new one. This is actually really interesting because you also have the Triumph, which is the World card, which is all about ending old cycles and beginning new ones, closure, things like that. So it's also travel, so completion, celebration, unity. It brings a sense of fulfillment, wholeness, and closure, whatever the long-term goal. A graduation or even long-timing promotion, all the necessary pieces have come together successfully. This particular journey has ended and you're on to the next phase. If you haven't quite accomplished your goal, you're on the precipice of doing so. This card can also more literally reference a grand journey on the horizon. So it could be talking about travel with your person, or perhaps both of you travel somewhere. It's expansion, success, travel, and closure. So triumph after difficulties. So even though you guys are in this position, there is a sense of success and triumph over the situation. It's a happy closure to a phase of life. It's feeling supported by the universe, travel, and it's communication. So you have Fortune, which is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. Zeus and Deny. That is all about chance and fate and expansion and prosperity. So you do have a very, for your future potential outcome here, you do have a very successful and happy one, no matter what you guys decide to really do. But I'm assuming that we go for communication and we go to fix the problem, because perhaps one of you is taking on too much. Perhaps there's no communication, so your partner doesn't even know this, or they don't realize that you feel the same as them. And you're just kind of carrying these burdens on your shoulders and they don't even know that they're there. It's a positive fate, the generosity of the universe, the ability to be open to abundance, awareness of beauty, and love. And you do have Desire, Tristan, and Zold. It is in the reverse position here, but movement, fate, transition, and change. This is the Chariot card. The Chariot is a Cancer energy. Justice is a Libra. That is all so far. But Desire speaks on an impatience trapped by desires that feel unquenchable. It's inconvenient timing, disregard or insensitivity to the importance around yourself. Let's go ahead and touch base on the other. Sometimes they make a little more sense to me, or they have a little bit of a different meaning, which I think helps a bit more to kind of decide what that is. You know, so it might just be slow moving, to be honest with you. Not so much a struggle. It's a lack of direction, it's a lack of momentum, and there's ego getting in the way. So again, having those clear communications, set intentions, standing with integrity, being able to keep it on a not a hostile tone, or being able to walk away when things get heated. So it reminds you to focus on your goals. Perhaps you're lacking motivation or direction and you're too focused on yourself instead of the goal at hand. It may suggest you're out of balance and too focused on goals, that you're losing track of the world around you as you hurtle forward. The Chariot is a symbol of power, so its reversed appearance may indicate that you feel powerless. Now is the time to take the reins and start steering for yourself. So with that said, yeah, I think there's just a little bit of a hesitation here. You have this wonderful, successful energy here. So let's just see what's going on with the Chariot and the reverse here. That said, perhaps this is just the energy. Maybe it's just the Cancerian energy there. Maybe they're struggling with their emotions. Maybe they're being a little too sensitive, or perhaps you are. Maybe there's placements for you as well. So we have the Queen of Cups in here. We have the Four of Swords. The Five of Swords. We have the Hermit in the reverse, and we do have Judgment. The Hermit is your energy, Virgo. So make that what you will. So this is clarifying desire. So we might get a little bit of a better description here. The Queen of Cups is all about compassion, nurture, emotional stability, and intuition. So perhaps you start following your intuition a little bit more. You're coming into yourself to have these conversations, and you're being a little more compassionate and nurturing, or perhaps your person is. So it's led by empathy and intuition. She's the most emotionally connected. She invites you to rely on emotional awareness, asks you to be compassionate in how you deal with others and also with yourself. She may also suggest that you've found a new opportunity or a friend has come to you with a problem. You should lead with your heart, not with your head. So just keep that in mind. Your Five of Swords is usually about walking away. It is in the reverse position here, so let's check out that Five of Swords. Baggage, toxicity, and resignation. So leaving the past behind. So the Five of Swords can mean a few things. Past conflict has left its mark on you and haunts your current relationships and decisions. The level of egoism and negativity has gone so far that it's becoming dangerous and untenable. You're resigned about the whole situation and long to move on with your life. That's absolutely okay if that is the decision that you choose to have. That could also still bring you to this future potential outcome. It's free will, it's free choice. You do what you want to do. Whichever means best for you. You know that revenge, egoism, and aggression are poisonous, and it's best to just move forward. If possible, take a moment of self-reflection or even therapy to come to terms with the effects of this conflict so you can move on. So it's a lot of just removing that baggage and that toxicity and leaving the past behind. It's okay to learn from the past. It's okay to learn triggers and red flags and things like that. But you do have to make sure that they're not repeating in your current situation. So you do have the Hermit in the reverse. And his card number 9, isolation and loneliness. So you are feeling very lonely in this situation or even in this outcome. Tells you that you're either going too far or not far enough into your introspection and solitude. Again, I do feel like that is your energy, not only because you are the Virgo, but because you're overburdening yourself. So you're not sharing with your partner. You're just taking it all on and kind of not speaking up. So your person might not even know this is all going in with you. Like you're doing the subtle hint things and they are not picking it up. So you're delving a little bit too deep. If you've already spent a good deal of time thinking on your own, your self-obsession could be setting you up for major loneliness. While inner development is admirable, maintaining and fostering connections can also be sources of growth and joy. Don't shut them out completely. Lastly, be sure not to ignore the wisdom, inner guidance, and spirituality being shared with you. Then you have this Judgment card here, which is all about absolution, resolution, justice, or justice being served, a rebirth. So if you come out of your shell, you kind of speak your truth, you move away from the past here, and you become more nurturing and compassionate to yourself and others, you have this rebirth here, which again, this does explain the Chariot a little bit more for sure, because this is why there's not the normal momentum and growth that you want to see, because you guys are still struggling with ego, which is okay. It's going to take work, it's going to take time, but it's all about communicating and being able to communicate clearly from a place of good intention, place of heart, so that you're not speaking out of anger and kind of spitting poison, so to speak. Let's go ahead. I would like to clarify that future potential here of this relationship. Oh yeah, see, you have the Sun card, you have the Lovers, it is in the reverse position, but I think either or could be this. You do have the 9 of Swords as well, so let's just check these out here. This is that for the potential outcome. So this is your Tower moment, which is absolutely probably this guy here. Your Nine of Swords, because this is coming into a time of pain and hurt and anguish and depression, isolation even. So yeah, it's anxiety, fear, panic, PTSD, nightmares, and inner turmoil. So you're like beating yourself up. And again, you have that past trauma that you're just holding on to. You got to get that closure and end those cycles so that you can have this World card and you can have this Fortune. Like, things are changing in your favor, but you do have to do the work in order to come through that. And stop blaming yourself for everything. Stop overburdening yourself. You do have the Lovers in the reverse. That's card number 6. It's also a Gemini energy. So uncertainty, disharmony, misalignment, and temptation. So you could have a third party coming in. I don't really get the energy here that is the situation. Third parties are not always an adultering party. It could be work, it could be friends, it could be family. Some sort of influence that pushes you kind of to go an opposite direction or another way. I don't really feel like that's the situation here, though. I guess it could be. And I don't feel like this is that disharmony and this uncertainty. So I think these two go for the Tower more so. And this will end up in the upright because it is the soulmates card as well. You also have the Sun. So again, coming out of turmoil, and coming out of a situation, you rise above it and you have this warmth and this joy and this success. So I do feel like this is more talking about, yes, the Tower moment is going to be rough. You guys might even go into separation if you are not already. But it is going to lead you to greener pastures, shall we say. Can you tell me, let's clarify that Sun card for, oh wow, whoa. You know, look at all of them. So the Knight of Pentacles, there's a message being brought in. It is in the reverse, so it is slowed down. Yeah, see, Two of Pentacles, you have a decision to be made. You're juggling with the decision. We have the Six of Cups, which is all about that nostalgia. Looking into the past, holding on to that past a little too much. You have the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, which is talking about sneakiness. The Queen of Cups yet again for in the reverse though this time, and then you have a Page of Wands, which is another message coming through for you. The Six of Swords though, let me see here. Six of Swords. I can't quite remember the Six of Swords here. So we have an overindulgence and nostalgia, inability to move on, being stuck. So you get hung up on the past quite. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was the Six of Cups. That's the one I already knew. I was gonna say, I was like, I don't remember the Six having anything to do with nostalgia, but that's okay. Oh, sorry, guys. The Six of Swords in the reverse is interruption, stalling, obstacles, and reticence. Again, that Chariot card, that Tower moment. It's holding on, but let go. Change is inevitable. It's followed by the Seven of Swords, which is theft, deception, underhanded behavior, cheating, and sabotage. So again, there could be, I'm not saying your partner is going to go out and cheat or even that you will, but it could be a little bit of an underhanded behavior, an anger, a resentment, or a deception of some kind coming in. You have the Queen of Cups. Yet again, it's a card about being emotional and compassionate and nurturing, but it is in the reverse position this time. So self-care and self-love, because you're going to attract more if you are caring about yourself. And then that Page of Wands, which is in the reverse, it's already a slower page. So your Page of Wands there is a redirected energy and self-limiting beliefs. So again, we don't want to have that. We want to break away from that. We want to open that up. I just want to know here. We have this positive energy, but I think it's just you have to get through this shadow work. You have to get through this communication. You have the Fool's Journey. You just have to start taking that leap of faith. You're a little hesitant to do so. You have to take that leap of faith. And then the King of Staves is having that confidence. So just try to get there. Can you please again, nostalgia. You're hung up on the past, Virgo. I just wanted to see the soulmate potential for this. Three of Arrows coming out of healing, Seven of Cups, lots of opportunities coming your way, the King of Coins in the reverse position. So a slightly unstable foundation here. I think there's a lot of work to be done in this situation, and you are struggling to open up, is what I am seeing here. You're just really struggling with communication, or your partner is. So you need to open that up so that we can kind of move forward here. So your Chariot is awaiting, it's moving, it's hitting every bump in the road, and you're taking it all on instead of sharing the load and sharing the burden. And your person is kind of like, well, it is what it is, I guess. Romance Angels for Virgo, please. Thank you so much. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Messages from Virgo's person, please. Thank you so much. Wow, that was really fast. Any more? Okay. Thank you so much. Getting a little messy over here. Oops, come here. How'd those get in there? Interesting. Okay. Any more? Okay. Done there. And then, last but not least, we're going to do some comic insights for you. Whoa! Not the whole deck. Wow. Any more? No? Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll keep those over here separately because they were in my deck. This keeps happening, and it's cool, but just interesting. Okay. Alright, Virgo, let's see what's going on here. For Cosmic Insights, you did get gambling. There's problems with addiction or gambling. There's bad finances. So we may be struggling with that personally, or it could be your person, or perhaps there's just a financial situation at hand. It could be other addictions as well, codependencies, things like that. Perhaps that's why there's an burden to you, and you feel like you're the responsible party in this. You do have challenges coming, which you already knew. You have your Tower, so make a decision, work on inner healing, so you overcome your obstacles and work through what you need. You do also have Guardians, so you are being divinely protected, no matter what you believe in. So a lost loved one watches over you, so someone is watching over you. You are protected, so any decision that you make, you will be protected for that. For Romance Angels, again, there's a codependency, so addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that might be the actual struggle of your relationship right now, which is why you are having these issues with your person. Okay, you do have quite a bit of energy here. Nice, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this card as well. It says, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. So don't just lean on yourself. Lighten that load. You do have the separation card, so a separate time apart from your partner is on the horizon. You could already be in that situation, as said, or it could be something that you need to have happen so that you guys can actually fix things if you need to take an individual journey to focus on yourself or to have that growth, or if they need to focus on themselves, because it does have that codependency there as well, and it did have that gambling and addiction issue. You may have children with this person, or you may want children, or perhaps they have children, or you have children from another situation. This could also be looking at your inner child, in my personal opinion, and helping with past traumas, healing from past traumas, healing your inner child. So your love life is being affected by children, or that could be also a part of the issue here with why you're stuck having all of this responsibility while your partner is kind of not to point fingers, but that, there could be possible situations there. You do have, it is safe for you to love. So open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So just kind of freeing yourself from feeling like it's all work and no play. It does also say to be playful again. So, yes, you can still be responsible, but enjoy. That's why I feel like that children, it might be more towards your inner child. You might be feeling so stuck in a rut and so stuck and stagnant and bored and lonely that you don't have fun anymore. You don't have time for yourself. So you're not really taking care of yourself. In the future, you could also have an engagement with this person. You did have a lot of successful cards. So this person will probably clean up their act, or the conversations that need to happen will take effect, and you guys will be looking at a higher level commitment. We're going to go ahead and do these messages from your person. It says, it is all too much. I am better with my mind than my heart. So again, they don't show that emotion. They struggle with it. The heat between us is intense. I cry at night. So they probably do have a lot of struggle with themselves. I long for your kiss. They miss the passion that you guys had. I wish I could be fully honest with you. So there might be a deception in there. They might be holding something back. I'm going to read these. These two came out from this deck. It's a completely different deck, so I don't know if this does kind of keep happening, but they have to be, it has to be for you. So there might have been, just glancing at those, there might have been a third interference, a third-party interference for you, or your person. Because there's an energy here for sure. It says self-indulgence, so focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So definitely start to love yourself, Virgo, because that is going to lead you a long, long way. Lightning, so again, your tower moment, there's sudden change, it's shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So you are coming through a period where your foundation's going to be shook. You're going to be and there's going to be an upheaval. You are going to have to face the music and have this change, and you're not going to be able to resist it. Resisting change, it's inevitable. You have to go through with it. You have keys on a ring, so you do have love offers coming in, or even possibly interest surrounding you. So keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stands. So there might be something worth that could also have dealt with your there's playfulness and engagement. Perhaps you get kind of driven to a third-party situation. But that the heat between us is intense. There could be another person that you really have a strong chemistry coming in. You do also have paradise. So happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. And then, of course, these two, as said, were in this deck. I can't promise you anything. So that is probably your current person or the person you're in separation with. And it's also, you were right. So, again, Virgo, just keep in mind, the choice is yours. You have free will. You have the ability to choose whatever you want. If you want to try and work these things out with this person, first of all, they are going to come to you, or perhaps, again, you're not quite in separation and you're going to end it and they're going to chase you. You are going to be the runner in this situation because your frequency is higher than theirs. And they need to raise their vibration to you. Or you could also end up calling it quits because this person, they have lied to you, perhaps not even grand things, but eventually when you've lied so many times about little things, it kind of adds up and it becomes to be something you cannot. If you have no trust, there is no relationship, right? So again, you have that shake up in that foundation, in a struggle to even reforge that. So if you do decide to stick with this person or to be with this person, you are going to have a lot of work and a lot of obstacles, but it could be successful. It can be successful as long as they put in an effort. If you decide to move away from this person, even put into the works of a separation so that they can grow, there is a possibility of success there as well. Or the other options, of course, is you had a 7 of Cups. You do have many options coming in. You have people interested in you, people that want you, people that have a strong chemistry for you, a strong attraction to you, people that probably aren't expressing their emotions or know that you're off limits. And that could be being brought in as well. So just focus on yourself after having the hard communication. So thank you guys so much for being with me again. I hope you enjoyed. If it resonated or if you enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe so that you're notified of my new content. And have a great day. Thank you.